Are you a small business owner who would like to develop your small business but does not know considerably about advertising? Do you want to draw in much more prospects to your small business? Do you want a fast checklist of issues you can do to develop your small business? This post is the third installment in the 10-section series which normally takes you by way of the fundamental principles of tiny small business advertising. In the first post, we took you by way of the tiny small business branding fundamental principles. The 10-section guidebook is divided into the following sections. In this post, we enable you realize the fundamental principles of online advertising. It's feasible that you currently have tried out and analyzed some of these thoughts. Remember to skip by way of those people sections and use the kinds that you uncover most appropriate for your small business. People today spend 1 out of 7 days of online searching and consuming new content supply. Making a small business web page will establish your reliability and present you with a system to communicate to your possible prospects about your small business. Location up a web page is fairly straightforward these days. You will need to have a technological qualifications to produce your web page. You can basically use pre-created themes and added information about your small business. If you're new to web page development, below are 25 significant attributes you should really consist of in your small business web page. Website analytics present you with insights into what your prospects do when they check out your web page. Google Analytics is a free resource which lets you to analyze this actions by basically adding a tiny piece of vehicle-produced code to your web page house page. When you realize what prospects are doing, you can modify your web page to produce an straightforward navigation practical experience. The analytics details will also tell you which variety of content is most read and shared on your web page. And you can use this details to emphasis on generating identical content in the foreseeable future. Keyword phrases are thoughts and matters which outline what your content is about. What use is a web page when no one visits it? Adding appropriate keywords to your web page content can increase your visibility around the World Wide Web. Proposed for you webcast, June 27. Process in excess of hacks, a step-by-step process for figuring out your very best expansion channels and scaling them up. If you're not guaranteed where to start out, you can use some of these free keyword analysis resources to get keyword suggestions for your web page. Viewing the keyword along with their research quantity can also enable you realize what variety of content your prospects could be looking for. Search motor optimization, frequently referred to as search engine marketing, is the course of action of finding website traffic from research final results on all research engines together with Google, Bing and Yahoo. When you produce online property for your small business like the web page, you will need much more persons to be ready to identify your web page and uncover out much more about your small business. When you consist of appropriate keywords in the content, then you make your small business effortlessly discoverable. You can carry out a free search engine marketing audit for your web page to uncover out which regions you can modify on your web page to attain a wider viewers. Smaller methods like adding appropriate graphic tags, meta tags or title tags on your web page can enable your search engine marketing endeavors. A/B screening is the technological time period for screening 2 or much more variants for the exact page, advert text, headline, contact to action text or any aspect on your web page. Location up the check for the first time could have to have some technological knowing. But the moment you realize how to set up the check, it's straightforward to reiterate it. With A/B screening, the system will routinely display 2 variants of your page to your readers. After sure days, you can see which of the variation attracts much more focus and gives you superior conversion. Rewards of A/B screening consist of improved content engagement, lowered bounce fees, enhanced conversions and profits for your small business. Monitor your online popularity. You should really be mindful when persons are speaking about your small business online. You can thank them for leaving you an excellent review and address their problems if they have complaints, but how do you keep track of what persons are stating about you? You can use free resources like Google Alerts can be custom made to mail you a notification when any new content is added for the keywords you specify. You can also use this to check your competition. Yext is a terrific resource if you're a bodily retail small business. It lets you to regulate your online listing on review websites to guarantee that your information on these websites is up to date. A different terrific resource is Go Fish Digital, which lets you to keep track of any destructive encounters with your web page. Your web page website traffic can enable you in building your online reliability, and monitoring your data will enable you in knowing customer actions. Observe data like the variety of web pages per customer, typical time put in on your web page and on just about every page, bounce fee, sources from where your readers located you and your most well-liked landing web pages. Comprehending these data can enable you make improvements to your web page content, and as a result draw in much more website traffic to your web page. This post was at first printed on Just Imaginative. Supply backlink net advertising tips.